When it comes to haircuts, it's arguable that the lineup is the most important part. So with that being said, you want to make sure you got a good trimmer that hits and get those sharp lines that you need. For the most part, Babyliss trimmers come out the box ready to go. However, sometimes you will get a trimmer that just isn't gapped as close as you'd like. Now, this is all preference based. Some people like their trimmers as close as possible, while others don't like them set that close at all. Now, it is possible to overgap the blade, and that will cut or irritate the skin. That's obviously not what you want, so be careful. With that being said, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set your Babyliss trimmers. Alright, so if you're looking to zero gap any of your Babyliss trimmers, don't matter what blade you got on it, whether you got the graphite blade, you can have a blue FX blade on there, as we got on these two right here. You can have the regular Gold FX, or even the DLC 2.0 blade. It's really the same to zero gap any of those trimmers. All you really need is the little screwdriver that comes with it. So you just unscrew these screws right here, unscrew both of them, and then we can move this blade up, and then you just line it up wherever you want it. So say if you pay attention, I actually have the moving blade over the steel blade, and that's when you're gonna cut your client. So you don't wanna over gap it, you want it to where it's flush or it's slightly below. So since that's too far up, we're gonna push it down some. So sometimes you can just push it down with your finger like that, or you can just turn it this way, push it down on the surface a little bit. Now let's take a look at it. And now it's basically zero gap, but me personally, I don't like my trimmers gap that much. So we're gonna move the moving blade back just a little more. So you just keep moving this blade down until you get it where you want it at. And for me, this is pretty good right here. Let me get a closer look for y'all. So as y'all can see, it's gapped pretty close. It's not all the way to the steel blade. We got like a little space right there. So we're gonna go ahead and screw these screws in underneath the trimmer. So you just take the same tool that you used earlier to unscrew it to screw them back in. And what I like to do is I like to screw one at a time, but not all the way. So I'm gonna turn it until it gets pretty tight. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to the opposite side. And now I'm gonna go back and forth between them, just tightening it little by little. And the reason for doing that is so this blade doesn't move when you're actually tightening the screws. All right, so check that out there. And that's how you zero gap or just move up your moving blade to where it hits a little better. That's how you would do it on any Babyliss trimmer. So any Babyliss trimmer, we can do this on, whether we got the graphite blade, as you can see, it's got the screws down here. If you got the blue FX blade like we do on the lithiums, on the new lithiums, it still has the screws right here. Same thing for the original gold blade also. Alright guys, so that's basically how you zero gap any trimmer from Babyliss. Doesn't matter what trimmer, doesn't matter what trimmer blades you're using, they all basically zero gap the same. All you do is unscrew those screws under the blade, move the moving blade up, and then retighten. That's really all you gotta do. One thing I didn't show you on the video that I was gonna say, but I totally forgot is, you wanna make sure that you test the trimmer out on yourself before using it on your clients, you know what I'm saying? There's been times where I forget to test the trimmer out on myself and I end up, you know, marking on my clients, you know, leaving them irritated and stuff like that. So one thing I suggest is testing it on your forearm first or under your neck. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I mean by that. Now, before y'all say anything, this is a really old trimmer. I got this trimmer maybe like 3-4 years ago. It's been dry. It's been used a lot of times, so it's really loud, but I'm just gonna show y'all what I mean basically. So you would turn the trimmer on like this, and then you would, well, let me turn it off. But you turn the trimmer on and then you test it on yourself right here. So for instance, I would turn this on, test it on my forearm, and I have no irritation. You can also test underneath your neck, like that. and if there's no irritation on those two areas, chances are you've set your trimmer blade pretty good. A lot of times if you do get irritated on the forearm or under the neck, then the blade may be adjusted too closely, so you may want to think about moving that back a little bit. But yeah, man, that's basically it for this video. If y'all want me to do any other videos like this talking about zero gap and any tools, let me know down in the comments. I did this video because I had someone ask me how do you zero gap your Babyliss trimmer blades, so I decided to do a video for y'all. That way, you know, more than one person can see how to do that. But once again, if you have any suggestions towards videos like this, if you want me to show you how to zero gap clippers or any other type of trimmers, let me know down in the comments and we can get around to that. But with that being said, YouTube, that's basically it for this video. If you like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure and subscribe one time for your boy. And that's basically it, YouTube. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go.